Strangest Hobbies. If you've been a longtime viewer of the channel, you know I already made a hobby tier list. And I went over the basic hobbies that you would like in a friend group. Everybody probably has one of these. Are you a gamer? Probably. That's a lot of people. Do you read books? Oh, that's cool. Are you a coder? Do you write? Are you a comedian? And then we touched on some stuff that isn't. Like, we're on that line between, normal hobby and what? This video, we're not going to do that. We're going to go straight into some of the craziest hobbies I've ever heard. Non-traditional hobbies, concentric hobbies, a crazy hobby. There's a lot of different names I can go for here for the title of this video. Because I'm feeling like I'm making a little ranty video today, and I thought no better way to do that than to go over hobbies such as ghost hunting, gold mining, and blacksmithing. I'm sorry, bro. If you are one of my friends and you're a blacksmith, automatically you just crossed the line into, bro, we need to talk a little bit more, okay? You're a what? You can make me a what? Like that's how I feel about that. And I don't want to get too into it before we get into the video, but that is what we're going to be talking about today. Strange hobbies, okay? And if you want to support the channel that much further, okay, because I am planning on making some different types of content going into when we get 100,000 subscribers, because you guys are requesting some more videos where I just go more in depth and stuff that I've already passively talked about, like World War II, game lore, stuff like that. And that's what we're going to be doing coming up soon. If you want to support the channel and stay notified for it, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by April 6th, which is the 1-year anniversary of the channel. It'd be really cool to get 100,000 subs for the 1-year anniversary. And that's only possible through the support of you guys. You guys have been doing absolutely insane. And you guys want videos, I make the videos, and that's the little relationship we have here. My job is to entertain you, okay? And all I ask in return is that you tell me whether you are entertained or not by liking and sharing the video. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the Strange Hobbies tier list. Let's go. Legos. Yes, I would say Legos are out of the realm of a normal hobby as of right now, okay? And this is what I mean by Legos. We aren't talking like collecting Legos. Like, no. You are what we would call a master builder. You're over here like, hey, oh man, you want me to make you the Eiffel Tower? Give me like 2 days and I got that shit. Like that's what I mean by a Lego fanatic, okay? Like, I'll be real with you. I got a little Lego Infinity Gauntlet up there. And that took me like 4 hours. I did not grow up with Legos. I didn't grow up poor, but we didn't have enough money for those suckers because, oh my gosh! Bro, which one of y'all were gonna tell me how expensive Legos are? Like, we've officially moved from here, I kind of touched on collectors, and we're gonna be touching more on collectors here because that's a whole other video, the weird thing with collecting. But dude, Legos have officially starting to become the rich man's hobby. Like, it used to be like, oh yeah, if you want to collect action figures, you can do that cheap on eBay. Now it's like, brother, what am I doing? If I wanted to, lose my bank, lose access to my bank card, I would be collecting stuff like cars or force multipliers. Now it's on Legos. Imagine going bankrupt for a Lego Millennium Falcon or a 10,000 piece Hogwarts. Yeah, that's a real thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it real with you though. If my homie comes up to me and tells me, oh yeah, bro, I'm like really into Legos, I'm gonna hit him with the, huh? Like, I'm not even gonna say cool yet, because it rains. Like, let me just tell you something, right? I've touched on this multiple times. Let me tell you something about Lego collectors. It's either they have a smidgen of the tism, and in that case, tism recognizes tism. We're brothers in this struggle. Or you were left alone a lot as a child, or you were in a fairly abusive household, and Legos and building Legos was your way of coping with the loneliness and other things that happen. I don't know. I'm just noticing a weird pattern of people that get really into Legos when they get old. Like, you either become an engineer or an accountant. Like, there's not a lot of in between here, okay? And a lot of it is to afford your addiction. Yes, this could have been an addiction too. I'm gonna put this in a, huh? Like, if you talk to me and say, oh yeah, bro, I'm a Lego collector. I'm like, huh? I'm not gonna hit you with cool yet, but I'm open. Origami. Yeah, let's talk about origami really quick, okay? There's like, I'm going to keep it real here. This is on that line of like, I might bully you. I might bully you. Like, that's what you're into? Like, I'm going to keep, like, your job has to be so cool for your hobby is origami. Like, let me just tell you something right now. Like, life is a balance. It is, okay? It's your personal life, your professional life, and your spiritual life, okay? That is the balance that we are playing with here. Are you spiritually healthy? Are you personally healthy? Are you professionally going well? When we're talking about hobbies, hobbies are helping you in the spiritual and the personal sense, not the professional sense. Like, let me tell you something right now. If you're in the origami, you gotta have one of the craziest jobs known to man, okay? Like, I know, I'll say this right now, bro. You have to have a job like you're a firefighter, you're a smoke jumper, you're a special forces operator, you're a professional fighter. Like, you gotta have some crazy job for you to come up to me and say, oh yeah, I'm in the origami. For me to be like, bro, that's dope. Like, you ever notice that? If somebody has like a crazy thing they do for a living, it doesn't matter what the hobby is, okay? It does, like, I automatically am gonna say, yo, that's pretty dope. If, like, there was a UFC champion, his name was Brennan Moreno. He was super into Legos, and everybody was like, that's cool. Yeah. If your homie came up to you and said, I'm really into Legos, we'd be like, okay, dope. Origami, like, I can't say a lot of cool things about origami. It's a party trick that you made your personality. And I understand you can say the same thing for, like, playing an instrument, but it's not playing an instrument. I said, if you can strum the guitar reasonably well, okay? I want you to think about this. If you're good at playing an instrument, you are instantly the main focus of any social gathering that you are a part of. If you're over here like, I can make a paper crane, all the hoes gonna look at you and say, we out. We out. Unless there's one in that case, she's a keeper. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, bro. But I am gonna put it like, meh, meh. Like, what do you want my reaction? If you go up to me and say, bro, I'm like really good at origami, I'll be like, Like, if we're homies, I'll be like, oh, that's cool. But, like, I'm not gonna go and, like, that's interesting or goated. Not yet. Gold mining. Let me tell you something. Like, to be a gold miner, there's multiple things that have to stack up together in order for this to be a hobby, okay? Number one, you have to be reasonably successful at it. Like, I'm sorry, bro. How long are you gonna be a gold miner and not find anything? Okay, I remember watching this show as a kid, and I mean watching this series as a kid. It's called Gold Rush. Okay, my family loves this TV show. It was that and The Deadliest Catch was like the soundtrack for my entire life. But I remember, I think his name was like Parker Snovel or something like that, okay? And this dude was 19 years old and was absolutely going in there, and this motherfucker was like the Pied Piper of gold. This man would walk in with a half-functioning, like, bulldozer and be like, hey, guys, just found $200,000 of gold. Took me 15 minutes. Like, what? Okay, Parker Snovel. And then we have, like, the normal crew over here. I think it's the Hoffmans. I'm doing a lot of this from my memory from my childhood. And this is, like, the normal dude. And they were finding gold, but they almost never won. Why? Because this was noob versus pro. That's the problem with gold mining. Too many sweats nowadays, okay? But damn, I thought about it, having like a little like tiny gold, like you ever like try to buy gold and it's like a credit card's worth of gold? I thought about like putting that right there, but then I just remember thinking to myself, I ain't no gold miner. Like, that's just how it is. But like, if my homie was a gold miner, oh, I'm in. Count me in. Let me get on that. That would be hilarious. That might be a goated hobby. Like, well, like, dude, we are instantaneously starting a whole conversation on gold mining. Like, here's part of the reason that you want a hobby. One is your mental health. It makes you a more interesting person. I said this in the Jobs with Aura tier list that maybe we'll get a part 2. It depends. If you have a boring job, you need to have a good hobby. Like, that's just the fact of the matter that needs to be talked about, okay? If you're an accountant, you better have something like blacksmithing. That's just how it is. Goated. Yeah, goated. I gotta put it there. That's such a cool hobby, dude. Ghost hunting. Okay, let me just tell you something, bro. There's like a few people that have requested IRL content, and I'll just keep it real with you. I am blessed to be able to make a decent amount of money doing this, okay? I don't want to air out my business here, but like a couple years ago, your boy was a Walmart associate just to get some change, you know, like maybe like get set up the next aspect of his life. And then Content Creation kind of came up to me like Destiny's bastard child and was kind of like, you coming with me, homie, and you're going to sadly like doing this. And I do love doing this, okay? So, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I don't make a crazy amount of money doing this. If I did, oh my gosh, yes, we would be doing IRL ghost hunting. 100% we would be doing that. I'm sorry, does that not sound fun? Now, I think I've let my opinion be known on Ghost, okay? I think 99.9% of all ghost or demonic footage or proof is fake. I think almost all of it is staged or fake. But here's the thing. I do believe there is a 0.1% chance that there's something crazy going on. I think the same thing about UFOs. I think the vast majority of UFOs is just like military tech going into alpha or beta testing, and then they're just like, yo, bro, the citizens, just fucking tell them it's aliens. Like, I'm sorry, bro, we flew a stealth bomber over LA, and they think that's what caused the Battle LA, where we thought we were getting invaded by aliens. Have you ever seen a B-2 stealth bomber? That thing looks terrifying. But ghost hunting, yeah, if my homie came up to me and said, I'm a ghost hunter, I would be like, tell me more. Let me film it. Let's do the first E. What would be my podcast name? Okay, no. If we're doing a podcast, E Experience, something like that, okay? We are inviting a professional ghost hunter on. Why? Because tell me that's not one of the most interesting, even if he's full of crap, still interesting. I'm gonna put goated. That's such a cool hobby. What do? I go hunt a ghost. Have you ever seen one? Yeah, bro, it touched my leg and it made me feel weird. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Goated. Magician or magic tricks. I'm gonna keep it real here. Never been impressed with magicians. I'm just not. Never been impressed with them. Why? Because, like here's the thing. I understand why you gotta call it magic, because really what it is some parlor tricks or some editing that you did on a camera to make yourself look like. I want you to think about this, bro. AI is going to completely get rid of magician as like an online thing. Why? Because we're just gonna be like, oh, it's AI. I want you to think about that. Magicians are probably gonna be the next clowns. Like we looked at, like, yeah, how did clowns die out before magicians? I don't like the clowns, they might touch me. I'm sorry, bro, you literally invited Adam the Warlock into your party, and what's he doing? Taking fucking rabbits out of his hat. Where did he go? Like, I'm sorry, like we got to keep that? But because Stephen King had a panic attack and was doing an absolute ungodly amount of blow, he made a book called It, where there's some really weird stuff in the It book, including a scene involving a lot of children doing a thing that is not legal. And I'm going to keep it real. Stephen King is still on my keep a fucking eye on him list because of that. Look up the lost chapter of It. And you tell me whether you trust that guy. But where was I? Yeah, no, magicians. I'm gonna keep it real. Bro, I do magic tricks. It goes up to, bro, I do magic tricks. Okay, I'm gonna say cool. It's not goated. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, what's the guy that, like, sealed himself away inside of an ice cube and then he survived? That's not magic, that's pain tolerance. If you stab an ice pick through yourself and don't die, that's not magic, that's understanding anatomy. Why is that called magic? I'll never understand that. I can get punched in the face 100 times and not die. Okay. Cool. So did Calvin Cater fighting Max Holloway. Yeah. I'm sorry, like, so do professional boxers. Like, cool. That's not magic, though. Cool, I guess. Storm chasers. Let me tell you something, bro. I remember as like a core memory seeing my first tornado in the big old mitten state of Michigan, okay? And my Michigan brothers out there, you guys know, we get tornadoes quite a bit, bro. There's like a place like an hour away from my house where literally every single tree is like the tops are, like, it's actually kind of unnerving to watch it. We call it the Fallout Road, at least like me and my family. I don't know if anyone else calls it that. And you're driving down the road, and it's luscious green trees, crops, and then you go down this one area. Every single tree is bent 45 degrees, and they're missing the top of it. It is one of the most eerie looking places I've ever seen. And you know what it was? Is because we got like this crazy storm like 2 years ago that I remember driving through. Also, this is when I became scared of not old people, homeless people. Listen, we need to take care of homeless people. And I mean by take care, I don't mean in like the way. Like, no. I'm sorry. Why are the homeless people just chilling out next to like a shopping area when the storm's going on? And before somebody says, well, they have nowhere else to go. That's how we fix the problem. We put them in places. Get them into a shelter. There's a storm going on. I'm sorry, like, if I'm over here chilling in my car, like I'm over here trying to get warm, it's over here frigid and shit, and I have a half heart attack because I'm over here, cleaning off my windshield, and I look through, and I see, and I'm sorry, I am gonna say it, people that have been by, this doesn't give away my location, people that have been by Lansing, Michigan, know what I'm talking about. When you, like, the windshield, and then you see this goblin-looking motherfucker. Like, I'm... Like, no joke, bro. My gym has this whole thing where, like, bro, if I get stabbed by a fentanyl needle, is anyone here gonna help me, or are you just gonna point and laugh at me? Like, real talk, who's helping you out there? Okay, that was my word. Where was I going with this? Can we put homeless people in a safe place when it comes to storms in places in snowstorms? We had a polar vortex hit a couple years ago too. Okay, the point I'm trying to make here is it's also scary to me because I don't think there's a human out there. Okay, where was I going with storm chasers? I'm sorry, bro. If your hobby is you chasing after hurricanes and tornadoes, you're a madman. You are a madman. What are you doing it for? Photography and science. Dope. I'm gonna put you in interesting. Why? Because I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to put another one in goated. I might move you up to goated, but I want to put somebody in interesting. For now. It's really cool though. I will say it's really cool. It's above cool. If my homie comes up to me and says, oh yeah bro, I'm a storm chaser on the weekends. What? Like yeah, that's interesting, dude. Gardening. Okay, you know what's weird? And I don't really touch on politics here, but like, do you know what bothers me about like somebody got mad at me for saying politics is a hobby. Like, no. Politics should be in like your peripheral a lot of the time. But where it gets annoying for me is you try to turn a hobby, like something that is so like is zero net as gardening, into a left versus right issue. Why are you gardening? Why don't you just buy stuff from the store? Because I want to garden! Why do you have beef with me gardening? I thought you didn't like that I need to rely on corporations to feed myself. I thought you didn't like that. Okay, I'm sorry. If some 23-year-old Karen Jr., and yes, there's some... Brother, I'm 22, okay? I see people my age, and I say, oh, bro, it's like, oh, you're coming into your Karen arc. And you come up to me and say some shit like, and you're vegan too, and you come at me with like, well, why are you gardening? Are you trying to prepare for something? And I'm over here like, okay, you know what? Fine. Bitch, you're vegan. You should be planting too. I'm sorry. I'm not willing to, like... There's so many levels that we have to get through to have this discussion. But it annoys me in every sense of the word because it comes down to, okay, I want to garden. Because why? It's calming. It's a calming hobby. You want a tomato? That's one of the few things that you can eat. Well, no, because you're not putting pesticides. Okay. Oh, that's a weird one. Like, and I know I get mad at vegans a lot. At the end of the day, if you're a vegan, I'm cool with you. But then it turns into like, yeah, I thought the pesticides were the bad part. I'm sorry. It's getting into like a weird thing, dude. Gardening, it's cool, but at the same time, what's your hobby? Oh, I'm a gardening. I'd be like, meh. But like, it's a weird thing that got turned into like a talking point. Like, are you a gardener? Or do you buy your produce? Who cares? It's fucking produce. Produce it. I don't understand the problem at all. Fishing, okay. People were really mad I didn't put fishing in the last one. Is this a crazy hobby? No, it's a calming hobby that you guys were not happy that I didn't put in the last video, so I'm going to put it in this video because, yeah, I effed up. I didn't put fishing into it. Yeah, no, fishing is... Okay, I'm not the best fisherman. I simply am not, okay? I got kayaks that I never used ever. So, yeah, I kind of went into fishing half-baked, okay? I'm a little bit too busy. What I do is not difficult, but it is time-consuming. We either get videos or me fishing, and I enjoy making videos. You guys enjoy watching them. So that's what I cut off in my life, okay? Womp womp. I can't be a fisherman whenever I want to. It's fucking cold outside. Yeah, fishing is cool. It is. Like, if you're a traveling fisherman, like, listen, I'm in the Great Lakes state of Michigan, okay? And we got some of the best lakes in the world. I think we're number 2 in the world, actually. Okay? I think we have, like, over 80% of the world's freshwater supply. That's how crazy it is. And, yeah, no, fishing is just part of daily life here. You'll meet a fisherman. Like, every other dude's a fisherman. Why? Because it's one of the few things that you can do pretty readily available. Like, I'm going to be real. Like, some people are going to be like, oh, that's a blessing. Yeah, you live in a landlocked corn state, dog. You produce my corn. I'm over here fishing. Like, yeah, nah. I'll take cold-ass winters over the corn hellscape that some of y'all live in. Some of y'all live in, like, the back rooms, but it's just cornfields, and that's terrifying to me. I'm going to put fishing in, cool. Like, it's cool. Like, it depends on what level of fisherman you are. If you're, like, a great fisherman, yeah, no, then we can talk. Like, if you're a trophy fisherman, then, yeah, that's interesting, maybe even goated, but I'm gonna put you in cool. Beekeeping. Let me tell you something, bro. I got a cousin, okay? I'm not gonna give out his name, but I am gonna say his name is Terry. My cousin Terry is a beekeeper. And this guy got obsessed. I'm gonna be real. I think he has a smidgen of autism, too, okay? Let me just tell you something, bro. It's pretty hard to tell the difference from tism and being homeschooled. I was homeschooled and I probably am on the spectrum. I think I am. I 100%. What am I saying? 100%. Okay, so homeschool plus tism, you end up just getting weird hobbies. I became the weird content creator guy that the rest of my family is kind of like, oh yeah, that's what Ethan does. That's cool. And I'm over here like, I'm sorry, I'm not depressed. What do you mean? Like, that's honestly some of my reaction. One of the few family members that I'm cool with is my cousin Terry, and Terry's a beekeeper. And yes, 100%, I get free honey from him. It's good. If you got beef with honey, you ain't cool with me. Beekeeping is a cool hobby. It's cool. It's interesting, actually. I'm gonna put storm chasing at goated, and I'm gonna put beekeeping in interesting. It's a cool hobby. There's a lot of cool stuff with it. Like, we once had an hour-long conversation that I wish was filmed, talking about the tactics of introducing bees into an area that already has a queen, and that they basically perform like special ops to either kill or remove the queen. That's how crazy it is, bro. We have turf wars between bees, and nobody brings that up. Interesting. Photography. Okay. When I mean by photography, like here's the problem with photography as a hobby. Somebody's going to come in here being like, well, actually, I have a $20,000 filming rig, and I take photos for such and such and such and such. And then you're going to have 25-year-old Sally, I know I use that name a lot, 25-year-old Sally, who takes photos on her fucking iPhone 14, and then she's like, well, I'm a photographer of myself, hee. Cool. You're not. I'm sorry, you're not. Like, I'm sorry. Photography as a hobby gets dragged down by iPhone photographers so much to the point where I'm kind of like, okay, but like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, photography, I'm gonna hit you with the, huh? Like, oh yeah, bro, I'm really into photography. Like, I've seen some really talented people that have like a legit like camera rig that have made some really cool stuff, okay? That should be framed and should be made into a really cool iPhone wallpaper. But at the same time, bro, it gets dragged down quite a bit because everyone can become a photographer, so it kind of drags your stuff down quite a bit. Blacksmithing. I already talked about it. Blacksmithing has to go and goated. Why? Bro, like, do I have to explain it to you? Bro, I can commission a sword to be made, and you're over here like, yes, brother. Dung. Dong, dong. Here's your sword. Like, they can just do that. Like, that's cool. I want to get like a you got the Fallout New Vegas, you got the NCR helmet right here. I just want a medieval Dark Souls or Elden Ring helmet, okay? Put right here to fill up the set, okay? And I need a blacksmith to make me that so I can put it there. I am in dire need of a blacksmithing friend right now, okay? And they're cool people. It's a goated hobby. Bro, we could talk about blacksmithing all day. That's such a cool thing to do. Yes, goated. Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more collecting. I understand this is kind of cheating because I put collecting as in general, but because, yeah, okay. Sorry, I don't have to explain. Magic the Gathering cards. I didn't realize just how much money you can make doing this. Okay, like, I never realized that. Is it my personal cup of tea? No. I tried to get into it, but I don't have enough money for this. I don't. I simply don't, okay? And, like, you're gonna hear that and be like, oh, that's not true. You don't realize how expensive Magic the Gathering cards are. You don't, bro. There is so much. There is a whole ecosystem of Magic the Gathering players that don't even play the game. They purely just collect the cards off value. It's the same thing with Pokemon. Pokemon, like, how many people actually play Pokemon versus collect the cards? That's the same thing. There's playing and then there's collecting, and those are two very, very different things. If you come up to me and say, "Oh yeah, bro, I collect Magic the Gathering cards," I want to see the collection, dog. I want to see it. Maybe I don't know how to play it. Maybe that could be a whole video in and of itself, like an IRL thing, just me pretending, like not even pretending, trying to learn how to play Magic the Gathering. But I'm going to put Magic the Gathering in. I'm going to hit you with a huh? I hold it in the same regard as Lego. I really do. Content creation. Now, I understand I'm a little bit biased on here because this is my hobby of choice, along with a few other things. But let me just tell you something, bro. I do not tell people what I do. I simply do not. There's a few of you that have met me in public, okay? And I am not the type of guy to tell you what I do. If you say, hey, what's up, dude? I automatically look at you like, huh? Where do you know me from? And I was like, oh, you're the guy. And I say, who's asking? Like, for real, dude. It's not even me trying to be mean or, like, be snobby to it. Like, no. I am just not the type of guy to walk into an area being like, well, guess who's a YouTuber? I cringe just saying that. I keep this as down low as I possibly can. I barely ever leave the house. I either go see a movie in the movie theaters, go to a restaurant with the fam, or go to Walmart so I can buy a few things. That's really what it comes down to. So if you see me there, I remember walking into an Apple store and the manager ran from the back of the store to say hi to me. And my tism Asperger level ass was over here like, I left my weapon at home. I left the fanny pack weapon at home. Like, that's how scared I was. I'm sorry, you don't run up to me and point at me like, I know you. Like, I was scared. But he was cool. He was a cool dude, actually. So I'm sorry, I don't like, you can do it. I was just not mentally prepared for that. So I've trained myself to prepare for that better. All I'm saying is in a different state, I might have pulled something out on you. Maybe. You scared me a little bit. So when we're talking about content creation, if you tell me, it's like, bro, I'm a content creator, I'm going to hit you with the cool because I'm aware of how awkward it is. How do I say this? There's a lot of people that when they'll be like, oh yeah, bro, I'm a YouTuber. And then I look at your stuff and I'm kind of like, you need a little bit of work. Like, I'm going to keep it real. Like, do I think we're going to reach 100,000 subscribers? Yes, I do think we're going to be able to do that. I think it's a matter of time at this point. I still will never be the guy that tells you he has a YouTube channel, bro. You got to confirm that to me. I will never be. I don't care if I have 1 million, 5 million, 10 million. I don't care if I'm fucking Mr. Beast himself. I ain't ever gonna walk into a combo and say, oh yeah, bro, I have a YouTube channel. Absolutely not, okay? I think there's other interesting stuff that I do. If you say what my hobbies are, honestly, I will say, oh yeah, I train martial arts and, that's about it. And then somebody has to say for me, oh yeah, bro, he's a YouTuber. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do that too. That's kind of how it is for me. It's an interest, actually, I'm gonna move it up to interesting, because it is fun. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do enjoy filming these videos. Now, I do got some longer form stuff that I am going to enjoy, but I'm going to have to put a little bit more work in. Like, we got a whole World War II rant for Feudal Japan, Unit 731, Doom Lore video of Vlad the... We have a lot. Like, understand this. It's never that I'm gonna run out of ideas for videos. It's me trying to make time to film said videos. That is my problem, and that's such a great problem to have. So I'm gonna put that in interesting. BMX or... Yeah, just BMX. Anything in that realm. Motocross, any of that. You see, let me tell you something about it. I was in driver's training at my local high school, and there was a dude that was my driving partner for the whole thing. And I think his name, I have to make up a name for him because he's a fairly public person. I would actually argue there's probably more people that know of him that know about me. So I'm gonna be creative on this because you guys could find me from this. I'm gonna say his name is Craig. So Craig is like a BMX motocross champion, like an actual legit like national level champion. And trying to drive with this guy, this man was first off, let me tell you something about driver's training. I'm sorry, we're gonna have a lot of tangents in this video. Can we stop letting old fuckers be the people that train us how to drive? Can we stop that? I'm sorry, every single time that I was driving and the person over there that's controlling the fucking brake is over here pressing up his face against the glass as if he's trying to lay down for rest and become a force ghost, saying some shit like, "It's been a good life." Like, dog, don't say that! Don't say it's been a good run when you control the brake and I'm driving at night. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay? Like, real talk, can we stop letting old people do this? Let's get some younger people. Maybe that's the strap. Maybe these old people have made peace with the fact that they're gonna die soon. So they're like, I'm gonna train the next generation of drivers, even though I'm 5 years away from not being able to drive myself. I don't get it. It's weird. It's an interesting side hustle. And maybe a side hustle tier list would actually be pretty funny. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. But anyways, and this guy would get on. Our dude's fucking deaf, and he would be talking shit, being like, but he would be roasting me the entire time. Like, I was getting effectively bullied by a guy who's 5'6". But like, I'm over here like, dude, yeah, he's been driving shit ever since he was 5 years old. This guy's like a national level champion and BMX. Yeah, no, he was him. He was a cool dude. I think we got into like one fight though. Yeah, we got into like one fight after it. Yeah. We're cool though. We were cool after. We had a few scuffles, but other than that, we're pretty cool. I put him in like a guillotine. Yeah, no, he's cool though. We were really cool afterwards though. Craig. He was an interesting guy. He was a really interesting dude. He almost had a kid in high school. And we roasted him for it. We called him Child Support Craig. Yeah. Because we knew he was gonna zip out of there on his little BMX drive. Yeah, we bullied, maybe we bullied each other. Yeah, I think that's how our friendship dichotomy was. Yeah, I do think it was. Interesting guy. Gambling. Okay. What do you want me to say? Okay, gambling terrifies me. Let me just tell you something right now. This isn't me trying to be YouTube safe. I will never get into this. Why? Because it terrifies me to no end. Let me tell you something right now. It doesn't matter how wealthy or well you're doing in life. This could cripple you in one night. I think casinos, I don't want to make it illegal to do it. However, gambling addiction is heinous. It's awful. Like, if I have a friend that's a gambling addict, I look at them with more hesitancy than somebody who's addicted to, like, booze. 100%. This is such a heinous thing. If you tell me, oh, yeah, bro, I'm a gambling addict, I'd be like, okay, dude, we're not doing any of that, though. I'm not going. Yeah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing no slots. I'm good. Yeah, bro, I ain't doing any of that. Like, if you want to do it for fun, do it for fun, but, like, it's not. Like, I want to go to Vegas, not because I want to go gamble, but because I want to visit an MMA fight. That's really what it comes down to. Those are where my priorities are, okay? Keeping them straight. MMA life, gambling zero. That's what I gotta say. I'm going to hit you with a meh. Like, yeah, maybe it's more interesting than gardening and origami, but I don't respect it. Oh, I'm a really good gambler. Cool. Like, what do you want me to say, dude? Like, I don't want to get involved in it. I'm happy for you, though. I am happy for you. But you scare me a little bit because of how quickly it can go down. And listen, I'll take sponsorships on the channel. I will never take anything that goes to this because of how heinous of an enterprise it is. That's all I gotta say. And meh. And there you go. That is the extreme crazy hobbies tier list. A little bit different than the last one. This will probably come out on a Monday, so this will be the start of a new like video cycle of my 3 videos a week. Well, as long as I have you here. So to anybody who was confused when I was saying that I'm going to do some gaming content on here like 2 videos ago, and you were like, no, continue the tier list stuff. We didn't come here for gaming content. I know! The gaming content's just going to be on Saturday. The reason I'm trying to do it is just so you guys have something to watch on the weekend. Why? Do you have any idea how many messages I get every single week? People saying, bum, won't release on Saturday. Bum, won't release on Sunday. Well, first off, it's Sunday today. I film on Sundays. I take Saturday off. Why? Because I don't want to fill you guys up with tier list videos back to back. Three tier list videos are dedicated videos, and I want to do a gaming videos on Saturday or Sunday just to give you guys some content on the weekend. That's the plan. That's what I'm trying to do. And I think that should release by the end of the month. I still got to get a whole filming setup done and release something on Saturday that I think you guys are going to enjoy. We're going to be doing... I think I'm going to be playing The Classrooms, which is like a scary game that you guys have been requesting. And yeah, no, that's going to be the plan. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. If you want to continue to support the channel, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the 1-year anniversary of the channel on April 6th, or before the release of GTA 6, which I think we're going to... I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're going to end the year off with 200,000 subscribers. I really do. I humbly believe that we're going to end the year with 200,000 subscribers. And I know I make the content, but at the end of the day, and I say this all the time, this is your channel. I'm the host of it. My job is I make content to entertain you. The only thing you have to give me is just view it, like it, and subscribe. That is the relationship dichotomy that we have. And yeah, I think I've kept you here for long enough. If you liked the video, please consider like, comment, and subscribe again. And I will see you all in the next video. And if you have a suggestion, put it in the Discord on my Instagram, which is also down there now. We got to plug that. Or in the comments, and I do read the comments, and they actually help me on the videos. And with all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next video. Adios, guys.